There's my volume TV's down.
24 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 210 of the Sports Drive. It's March Madness season, and ladies and gentlemen, we are a week away from baseball.
No, dude, it began overnight. Where have you been, dude?
I've been busy slaving away doing a gazillion articles a week. That's what I've been up to. Anyways, welcome to the program, everybody. My name's Josh Lopez. You can't hear me?
I can't see you. I'm like John Cena.
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you, dude.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name's Josh Lopez. I am the Gluey Hump. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Hoots Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast right now because we're kicking some real ass as far as wrestling talk is concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
That you are.
Make sure to subscribe to this channel to get every edition of the Sports Drive. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Despite how boring the NBA has been over the last 5 years, we do have at least some stuff to talk about here on the Sports Drive. This is your not politically correct sports talk show. So if you're easily offended, this show is not for you.
Yeah, turn us off then.
Jesus Christ, man.
I miss Chief Wahoo already.
Let me say this. This goes out to the Walmart boy out there. This show is live every single Thursdays, 10 to noon Central here, 11 to 1 p.m. on the East Coast. And if you live anywhere else, figure it out for yourself. Yes, sir. What? Oh, no, here we go.
Wait, just a minute. Josh, this is for you.
What laughing got that I might go deaf by the end of this show.
Excuse me, bitch.
In case you hear it, in case you missed it, here's the extended version.
What time?
What time? What lousy fucking time? Oh man.
Oh wait. Josh, here's a classic for y'all.
That came out of nowhere. I am gonna go deaf.
All right,
out of nowhere.
On the docket today, we're going to be talking about the 2019 baseball season. We're also going to have Skippy Bayless Bash Hour at the top of the hour. I'm sure sooner or later we'll be joined by the Walmart boys. So be careful what you wish for, ladies and gentlemen. You just might get it.
No, it's actually.
What's that, Snowman?
Debate.
I think Snowman's Wi-Fi at Starbucks is going out on him.
Dude, modern technology stinks.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get to the introductions while Snowman gets his Wi-Fi stuff working. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a shout out to the man who's from Blue Bumblebee, Kentucky.
Yeah, he is, because I call it.
I can hear him.
Josh, you are cutting out bad.
All right, are we good now?
I can't hear him on my end.
Are we good now?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It sounds like the old, it sounds like that old Verizon commercial.
Frank, you see me and hear me well, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's a bad thing, but I see you, and unfortunately, I see you and I hear you.
You're cutting in and out.
Yeah, same here.
The Gluey Hump and I have a special connection.
That's weird.
Don't you ever say that live?
That's weird because it's working fine for me on here. I'm gonna check the stream right now. You know what?
Hold on. Let me try something.
Man, do the introductions while I figure this stuff out.
Wait, I have to do the introductions now? Okay, hold on a minute. Wait, hold on. Okay, here we go. Now,
I'm not cutting off. It's you guys. I'm looking at the screen right now. I haven't cut off one.
No, you're fine. You're fine on my end.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to hold off on the introductions until you come back.
Man, you're the one cutting out, at least on my end.
Yeah. Brody, you, Snowman, get out really quick and then come back in. All right?
Oh, I'm cutting out. Okay.
Yeah, Browning is frozen solid too.
All right. Let me.
You can still hear me though, can you?
Okay. So if I'm the one's cutting out, let me fix that. Hang.
All right, let's do the introductions. First off, from Blue Bumblebee, Indiana, we got a young man who is a Chicago Bears fan, Cubs fan, Blackhawks fan, a fan of all rap bastards, especially pour some sugar on me from Def Leppard.
Oh yeah, I've heard that the last few days.
The one and only, the big win, Frank Sprinkle.
Hey, Glory Hump, I gotta ask you a question. Haven't you noticed the last couple of days it has looked like Moscow outside?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's looked like Moscow. I mean, it's been rainy and cold.
I feel like funerals have just been going on all over the place.
Oh yeah, it feels like a day for black tie for guys wearing black suits and black dresses, for women wearing black dresses. Oh my, well, I'm just gonna shut up, dude. This ain't the Academy Awards.
The Academy Awards, good God.
Yeah,
all right. Introducing next, a rap bastard from Blue Bumblebee, Kentucky. This young man is the Donnie Green fan club bastard. This young man, you can see him at every PTW show and wrestling all around the state of Kentucky. Here is the Brownie Master, Andrew Browning.
Browning. Aren't you supposed to give a shout out?
This is Sound Train of so Chucky Smooth.
What up, Chucky Too Smooth?
Do you comprehend, Browning? Are you here today?
I could hear it.
What in the hell is going on today?
I got kicked Browning out. I don't know what's going on here.
I can hear Frank and Snowman. I can hear John.
This weather's been bad. Maybe it's the weather, dude. I don't know.
All right, Snowman, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right. I had to boot Browning because I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, next introduction. This young man from the great state of Illinois, but he made the right choice to leave. He is the Frank Thomas of Sports Talk, and he is the one and only, the Snowman, Brian Snow.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed the Big Hurt, the Frank Thomas of sportscasting. No matter what they say about Stephen A. or Colin Cowturd or anybody else, there's only one sports talk host from Chicago that brings it, tells the truth the way it should be told, and you're looking at him. It's the Snowman here on the Sports Drive. I am a creator and the host of Snowman in the Morning. You can catch that 5 days a week. We're going to move up an hour beginning Monday. So instead of 7 a.m. Central Time, like my usual time was for many years, we're going to move it up to 8 a.m. Central Time and 9 a.m. Eastern Time. But, yeah, only one person brings it the way it needs to be brought, and you're looking at him. Not Cap, not Stephen A., not Cowturd, not anybody but me.
Not Shannon Sharp?
Say again?
Not Shannon Sharp?
I'll save that for my
Let me ask you, has having FS1 on your TV every morning pollute it?
A little bit.
Fuck yes.
I got some breaking news, by the way.
Oh.
The New Orleans Saints have signed Pro Bowl tight end Jared Cook off of free agency.
It's like it sounds like a 1-year deal. At least that's what it sounds like.
I got better breaking
Dude,
news.
how many fucking tight ends does Drew Brees has in his damn career? Jesus Christ.
Hey, the tight end's Glory Hump. Come on, the tight end's a wide receiver. The tight end used
Hold on. I'm gonna reboot and come back. I'm gonna reboot.
All right.
Hey, oh my goodness, it's just us, dude. Hey, we can have a killer show, you and I.
Yeah, we can turn this to Chicago Sports Talk Radio. I don't know what's going on. We're fine here. Are you guys hearing this well here on YouTube? Am I cut off?
Yeah, I can hear you well. You're the ultimate master of this show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are.
Well, I don't think it's anything on my side. Usually Google Hangouts are always hit and miss depending on the stream you have, but we're good. Before we get to the rants, I just wanted to say this really quick. For anybody who thinks that Speak for Yourself or The Herd or any show on FS1 is quality sports talk, I feel sorry for you. I really do. It's just as bad as the stuff you watch on ESPN. And by the way, the fact that the UFC is only sharing their pay-per-views on ESPN Plus shows how irrelevant the UFC is these days.
I don't have ESPN Plus. Why bother?
It also shows how irrelevant ESPN is to this point.
Well, you know, it's funny. People will rip me for being a wrestling fan, but what's so special about UFC these days?
Wait a minute. Who's ripping you for being a wrestling fan? I want to know.
Conor McGregor, who barely shows up when he wants to, and John Jones, who takes more pills and drugs than let's see.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Conor McGregor the Grand Marshal in the St. Patrick's Day Parade last Saturday?
I have no idea.
Yeah, he was. I believe he was.
That should tell you everything you need to know about Conor.
Yeah.
That should tell you everything you need to know about Conor
John
McGregor.
Jones gets popped for steroids every chance he gets. I don't get it.
Dude, I get it.
Yep.
The UFC is just a bad boy league. That's what it is.
And by the way, now we have Stephen A. Smith analyzing boxing and mixed martial arts. What type of grade A bullshit is that?
Well, I can tell you what it is. ESPN. Oh,
wait,
no, you didn't hear? Okay, Snowman. What Chloe upset.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. This all the phone. Hall. Penalty flag on the field. Stephen A. Smith is doing what?
Tell him, Glory Hump.
He is analyzing MMA and boxing.
It's true. Like as Kurt Angle would say, it's true.
I'm going to bed. Fuck all this. After hearing that, I'm going to bed.
That's funny.
Hey, don't you think ESPN is telling him to analyze this stuff?
Mm-hmm. Frank, would you like to?
Yes, because they become.
Glory Hump, I think it's just you and I now.
All right. Frank, would you like to start off the opening rants today?
Oh, yeah, of course. I would like to start. I'll start mine with baseball. By the way, on the negative side, it's wrong that Major League Baseball has to expose its fan base to watching these morning games in Japan. If you live in Seattle and Oakland, that means you got to wake up at 2:30 in the morning. Major League Baseball doesn't care about its children fan base that have to go to school. It's wrong. It's inconsiderate. It's rude. By the way, congratulations to Ichiro. Great career. That has nothing to do with this. But Major League Baseball is completely wrong for submitting its fan base to waking up early to watch these games. Utterly ridiculous.
It's grade A to Machinize hosting Buttercup bullshit.
You forgot Camping World in there, Gluey Hump.
Oh, yes, that's right. Camping World or the Citrus Bowl bullshit.
Wait a minute. You were there for WrestleMania.
Unfortunately, I was. Unfortunately. It's ridiculous.
So I'll take that as a positive. Oh, we have one positive opening rant. On Saturday, I purchased 3 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. It's important to support the Girl Scouts. They make excellent cookies. They make those Samoas with the holes in them, the peanut butters, and the Thin Mints.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Chicago sports rant that you haven't done in a while, or that you want to?
Well, I don't really think I have a Chicago sports rant. Listen, we know the Bulls stink. We know their season's coming to an end. The Blackhawks are playing well. The baseball season is coming up. The Bears should be in the Super Bowl next year. I think the state of Chicago sports, listen, it could be better with the Bulls and even the Blackhawks, who I don't think are going to the playoffs, although they're playing their best right now. But as far as Chicago sports, I think it's in a decent fashion right now. It's in a decent fashion. You got the Cubs starting up. They're going to have a good season, I think, in a competitive NL Central. The White Sox, they're a year away. As far as Chicago sports, I think right now there's nothing too negative about Chicago sports, but I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to the baseball season. I really am. You know what? I want to say happy spring to everybody. This is my favorite time of year. I don't know about you. More daylight, hopefully warm weather, all that stuff. But as far as Chicago sports, could it be in a better state? Yeah, it could. Is it in a bad state? No, it's not.
I got a question for you. Who do you think will have a better shot winning the next title here, the Bears or the Cubs?
Ooh, you had to throw that at me. I
Yes.
think, honestly, the Cubs have an excellent shot, but as far as who has a better path of getting to the playoffs, I have to say the Bears, because you look at the Bears, they should win that division next year. Hey, Glory Hump, it's amazing how everybody is jumping ship in Green Bay. It's almost as if Lambeau Field's like the Titanic now. You got Clay Matthews leaving, Randall Cobb leaving. Everybody wants to – nobody wants to play for that organization anymore.
Nick Perry's a free agent.
Glory Hump, let me ask you this. Do you get the sense that Aaron Rodgers – and this is what I personally believe here. I personally believe that Aaron Rodgers is driving people away from that organization. His ego has become big. He's gotten people fired in that organization. Case in point, Mike McCarthy and his coaching staff. I think with Aaron Rodgers, honestly, if you take a look at Clay Matthews, who I was shocked would leave, I thought he'd finish his career in Green Bay. I think people are leaving Green Bay partly because of Aaron Rodgers' ego.
I'm going to say this right now, and people could call this a hot take or whatever, but right now, Aaron Rodgers is at the same point before Jay Cutler left the Chicago Bears.
Potentially, I can see that. I mean, if you're going to let ego get in the way, negative things are going to happen. And what we saw last year with the Green Bay Packers was complete dysfunction. Look, say what you want about the Green Bay Packers. They've had, over the last decade or so, such a great success rate. But I don't know what has gone into Aaron Rodgers. I have no idea. And like I said, Clay Matthews leaving to go to, I don't care what team it is. It doesn't matter if it's the Rams or whoever. But I thought that Clay Matthews would be a Packer the rest of his career. That came to me as a shock.
I just find it funny that every offseason they find a way to say that the Packers are Super Bowl contenders. Every offseason. So you grab like the ninth most important Bear player on the defense as your big free agent acquisition, and then you got two other guys that are barely talked about in Baltimore and Washington. And like, oh, okay, so you got these three guys on defense, so supposedly your defense is fixed. And then we have this narrative every year, oh, the Packers missed the playoffs last year, so that means they're a dangerous football team.
No, they're not. No, goodness. Glory Hump, pending injuries, this is the Bears division to win.
Yeah. I don't know about the $84 million man in Minnesota, but that team's going to get a rebuild soon.
Well, there was a lot of expectations. That didn't pan out. Let's see. How much money is that guy in Detroit making at quarterback? That's been a blunder. I mean, I think Stafford, I'll say this. I think Stafford is a decent regular season quarterback, but when he gets into the playoffs, he chokes. But the fact is, there's no camaraderie in this NFC North. The only camaraderie that exists is Mitch Trubisky. I mean, great quarterback, young and up and coming, finally a quarterback that cares. Khalil Mack, the Bears finally have a hallmark of that defense.
I got a question for you.
I have an answer for you. What's it, Glory Hump?
Why is it that the Cleveland Browns are building a better roster right now than the Detroit Lions?
Because
because you're signing people off the Patriots doesn't make you a better football team.
Okay, I don't think I'm crazy what I'm about to say here. I don't think I'm crazy, but I'll call it now. I do believe the Cleveland Browns, when it's all said and done in 2019, and I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
You're not Skip Bayless.
No. I'm not Skip Bayless here. But I'll say this. The Cleveland Browns should have a better record than the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Matt Patricia last year was so ridiculous, man. Like, I kind of missed the fact that we weren't doing shows during the football season because I would be ranting and ripping Matt Patricia every single week. This dude's a freaking stumbling fool. Like, okay, you had the pencil gimmick with the Patriots as your defensive coordinator, and then he's telling reporters to have the right posture while they're in press conferences. Do you remember that during the season last year?
Glory, don't you notice, too, that these assistant coaches of Bill Belichick, they have great success in New England. Then they leave. They become head coaches.
And they all suck.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making. It's turmoil. They don't know how to, they have bad teams, bad records. That's how it is.
Right.
But Glory Hump, I just want to say that I'm looking forward to the baseball season. I do believe that it's going to be a great baseball season. We're going to see hopefully a lot of improvement from the Cubs this year. The White Sox, they're another year older, getting better. Of course, Elroy Jimenez is going to be up. This is going to be an interesting year in Chicago baseball. It really is, and there's always hope springs eternal. And another thing, too, don't you notice that the Major League season is starting just a tad early for the second year in a row?
Yeah, and we still have fucking interleague games in September.
Oh, yeah, well something's got to give. Oh, well, you know what? I don't like interleague play anymore. Major League, when I grew up, I'm older than you. I've seen it all. Well, not all, but I recall the days in which the National League and the American League, the World Series had special meaning.
Right.
It did. No interleague
did.
play.
You know, I'm gonna say this. We're gonna get to baseball in a couple bits. You know, in the past we would give out predictions for every single team in each division. But today we're going to do it a little differently. We're just going to pick out the division winners for each league, and then we'll make our early prediction for a World Series matchup. So that's how we're going to go about previewing the MLB season this year. It still shocks me the number of high quality players that are still in free agency right now in Major League Baseball, but we'll figure out where that goes. Like I heard Cap the other day. You know, every single time they have Jesse Rogers on ESPN 1000, Cap is always trying to find a way to sneak in a question about Craig Kimbrell. Oh, so
he ain't coming to the Cubs.
It's just funny how Cap always finds these little different interesting, these different ways to bring up a potential scenario where this player could come here. He did that last year with the Bears before they got Khalil Mack. It's interesting.
Well, Cap, memo to you. I'm sorry to say this, but even the Cubs have come out and admitted this. They don't have any money.
Right.
They don't. And you know what? That could potentially hurt them down the road. Why do you think, William? Why do you think they're going to start this marquee sports network, this TV network? Because that's going to bring in a boatload of cash. I just hope I get marquee.
I'm not paying for that network. Shot.
Well, hey, the Cubs. Hey, that's how it is in baseball these days. You need the television network to get the money in baseball. I mean, did you know the Mike Trout $430 million contract? A bulk of that contract is coming from television revenue.
What fucking content they're gonna share? Oh, the fact that they were a measly good team in the late 90s. But besides this era of Cubs baseball, what's so special that you need to fill content through it?
That's another thing too.
It's not a century-long franchise with success.
Wait, hold up. Hold the fuck up.
Okay.
Were the Cubs actually good?
Hey, let me ask you this, Snowman. Let me ask you this. The Gluey Hump says no. I'll say yes. Would you pay extra for the new Marquee Sports Network?
For what?
The new Cubs network.
What?
Gluey Hump, can you hear the Snowman well? Because I can't.
No, I can't.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Hold on.
Hey,
can y'all hear me this time? I've got the volume on my microphone. Can y'all hear me okay now?
Sure.
Okay, good. Now, What the hell is this marquee network?
Dude, that's the new Cubs network. That's Sinclair Broadcasting, and the Cubs are partnering to start a new network next year that's going to show all the games and sadly going to end WGN's run.
What do you mean, sadly? The Cubs are off over the air. That's a great thing.
Wait. Wait. Doesn't anybody believe in tradition anymore?
Oh, God. You sound like Sean right there. You sounded like Sean right there.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord.
Listen, the Cubs are off WGN. That's the greatest piece of history I can ever wish for.
The fact that they're off local Chicago television is awesome. Now, if they could get them off local radio, that'd be even better. I'm just being honest.
No. Hey, honesty is appreciated.
Listen, I love some Pat Hughes, but God damn it, get him off the local air, please.
I can't listen to Ron Coomer. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
So Gluey Hump, obviously, yeah, that's another thing. What are they going to show during the offseason? Are they just going to show replays of the games over and over again? Because it's going to be
Probably.
because you know what? NBC Sports Network already has the White Sox, Bulls, and Blackhawks all wrapped up.
Well, what are they going to do? They're going to have Javi Baez have a 1 hour show where he's just taking modeling pictures? Like, come on.
They should have gone after another team. That's what I thought.
At least it's not a fucking Red Sox.
In which team they have gone after? Who's a good suggestion?
Anybody but the Red Sox.
How about the Red Sox, period? How about that?
But you know what? This network's going to be interesting. I can't wait for it to start, and Xfinity better give it to us.
What else are they going to – I think someone asked this question already. What else are they going to have on the network?
Classic Cub games. Classic Cub games. Come on. Those are awesome to watch.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're boring as shit.
Not with the days of Harry Carey.
Because when I grew up watching the Scrubs, my dad would come home from work, put on a Scrubs game, and both of us would be sleeping on the couch. Next question.
Well, you know what? I guess you could show Game 7 of the World Series over and over again.
Oh dear God, no.
That's Gluey Hump. Okay, guys, Gluey Hump Snowman. I bet you this. The new Cubs network, the first program they might air might be Game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah.
Repeating my sentence. Oh dear God, no.
Hey, you know what though? That was the greatest game in Cub history. I guess you could show it over.
No, it wasn't.
Well, how could it not be? They won the World Series.
Which one was this though, man?
I can't think of any other game.
Was it the one that AJ Pierzewski hit a home run out of Wrigley Field?
Hold up. You want the history of the Cubs in a nutshell?
Sure.
Okay. You take the World Series out. You take the World Series out of the equation. Congratulations, you won a World Series for the first time in 108 years. It'll be 208 before you get another one. Fuck you and the Cubs. Now, this is the greatest game in Cubs history. It was a collapse. Let's go back to October 2003. The 8th inning against the Florida Marlins.
Now you're laughing so hard, my fucking headphones fell off.
Oh goodness!
I did that. I did that totally as a joke against Frank. I had to do it. I had to do. I will say this, Frank. I hate not being up in the Northwest Indiana region because the Railcast Challenge is coming up. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to be there to call it, but I miss calling games with you, man.
I do too.
I miss calling games with you. And Josh, I definitely miss calling basketball games with you, man. Y'all made it fun. You were two of the guys that made it fun for me whenever I did have a partner on the air. I got posed a question recently with Josh. You celebrating your 6th year in broadcasting. I got posed a question recently, and the question that was posed to me was, do I work better solo or with a partner?
With a partner.
I work better. I know I work better with a partner, but at the same time, a fellow used to tell me, you don't have to get anybody, you don't have to trust anybody to be your partner on the air. That's bullshit to me. That's bullshit. You got to have a partner that you can trust, because if you don't, then the broadcast is not going to sound great at all.
I wanted to say this really quick. The greatest Red Sox game in history was Aaron Boone's walk-off home run. in the
Wait a minute.
ALCS.
Wait a minute, Glory Hump. Did you know Snowman mentions?
Wait a
Game
minute.
6
What was the greatest game in Red Sox history?
Aaron
Boone.
Boone walk-off.
Oh, 2003.
Wait a minute.
I got one better than
What
that.
about Bucky frickin' Dent?
No.
Dent? Bucky
No.
Dent?
That'll be third. That'll be third. Second one would be the '86 World Series Game 6.
I got
goodness.
I got a number 3. El Duque shutting out the Red Sox in 05.
Wait a minute. Behind the back.
El Duque escaping the unescapable jam, bases loaded and no outs in Game 3 of the 2005 ALDS. I love it.
That's the best bullpen performance I've ever seen in my life as a baseball fan.
And you'll never see another performance like that again. You'll never see a performance like that again ever. A 15-pitch inning by El Duque, and he escapes the unescapable jam. That's crazy.
I haven't got a chance to ask you guys this because this happened the day after we did our show last week.
Sure, what is it?
What do you guys think about the Bears getting Clinton Dix?
To the Green Bay
I say
Packers.
it's a good pickup.
Yeah, I do too. To the Green Bay Packers, I say this. Hey, Snowman, hold on. Hey, Snowman, Glory Hump and I were talking about having the technical issues about how everybody is bailing Green Bay. Clay Matthews is leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you get – let me ask you. Clay Matthews is leaving. Randall Cobb's leaving. Don't you get the sense that these guys don't want to be teamteammates with Aaron Rodgers anymore?
That's exactly the sense that I got.
Aaron
and
Rodgers.
It's a sense that I will keep. Josh, I owe you an apology when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, because for a long time I thought he was a good quarterback, and then I didn't even look at the stats. I just looked at his performances under pressure, and by God, they're awful. God awful.
Yeah, but he got people fired. He got McCarthy and his coaching staff.
He's the LeBron James of football. It's that simple.
It is that simple.
He's no Joe Montana.
It is that simple. I mean, to have some guys had the audacity, the absolute audacity to compare Aaron Rodgers to Joe Montana. What the fuck were they thinking?
It's bullshit.
4 Super Bowls to 1.
Yeah. Think about this. For 8 years, ESPN has told you that the Packers have been Super Bowl contenders. And just because they miss the playoffs or something bad happens.
Not anymore.
You better watch out. No shot. I'll say this right now. The Packers are heading towards a rebuild.
That's an unheard of word in Packer Town. I won't call it Title Town anymore. Okay,
well, it's a reality they need to accept really fucking quick.
Of course,
and they won't.
And they won't. Aaron Rodgers has an ego problem.
They're delusional.
They're as delusional as Cub fans. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that a lot? No, I do you want better. I do you want even better. Packer fans are about as delusional as Cleveland Indian fans. Oops.
Oh, by the way, bring back Chief Wahoo. Enough's enough already.
Nah, just get the fucking bulldozers there. Turn it into a parking lot.
Major League 2 was pretty good, Glory Hump.
Listen, this PC world is not going to bring back Chief Wahoo, just like they're not going to bring back Chief Illini Wack. Do I need to go there?
Or Chief Nakahoma?
Maybe. Hey,
do I need to?
I have an opening rant I want to do, but it's not sports related.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Go for it.
Hey, look, we're having a conversation.
Go for it.
Isn't that what this is about?
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. I'm not going to yell. I'm going to do this in a civilized manner because I think a lot of times people feel like they just need to yell to feel like they're right. Just because you're talking loud doesn't make you right. There's a lot of things in the society that people think if they do this certain thing, then there's no problems that go behind it. I think all of us in this country have lost a sense of context. Like we talk out of our ass. We just say things to say things while applying context or substance behind it. And it bothers me. It's not only sports related, it's wrestling related, it's relationship related,
Political?
it's politically related. You know,
Oh dear God, is it ever?
like, for example, let's start off with this, right? How many fucking times when you have somebody lead you on, let's say like in a girl sense, right? Let's say like it's a relationship thing. They'll lead you in. They're openly expressing their way, tell you that they want to be with you. Then you go about it the right way, right? You handle your business.
Yep.
By the way, I hate this weird psychology where dudes have to act a certain way to only to get a girl's attention. Why can't it be mutually exclusive? Why do we as dudes gotta do all these different fucking things to attract the woman?
I'll answer that. Hold on. I'll answer that question, and I have a perfect sound for that. As far as most of the women are concerned, they feel like this. If I can hit the button here.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
Nobody got time for that.
Oh, goodness.
Wait, I got a better one. I got a better one considering who you open the show up with. Guys doing the right thing, playing the right way. You know, according to a lot of women, they feel like this.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? How dare you?
I like how Stephen A goes, how dare you?
I guess where I'm going.
Oh, I got a new one.
I guess
That's
where
awesome.
I'm going with this is not where I'm saying like I'm anti-women or sexist or anything like that, because I'm not. I
get it.
Not that way.
Of course.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I don't know why it's okay for women to play reverse psychology on dudes in order to get what they want out of relationships. So they tell you, all the time, they go on fucking soliloquies on Facebook and Twitter. Oh, I just want a real dude, a real man who's nice and not out for themselves, and this and that, and all the other bullshit they about every single fucking day. And then when you have somebody like me or somebody else who gives them what they want, let's put you in the zone. Let's put you in the friend zone. Let's lead you astray. Let's run amok. You know, let's play mind games because we can't accept what we really want. You're telling everybody in the world that you're complaining about on social media that you want this in a certain relationship, and that somebody's giving you what you want, and then you lead toward the other way. It makes no fucking sense.
Got it.
It does. It does make no sense. It does make no sense.
Don't
now,
want no short
coming from a standpoint, coming from a guy that is happily taken and will soon be happily married come June 25th.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I am blessed to find. I'm blessed to find the one that makes me complete and makes me happy. But Josh, you bring up two very valid points. Number one, when most women, and I use the term most, play this stupid reverse psychology game that they say what they want, but they don't back it up. Lord knows I was there 4 years ago with a bitch named Jody Dials who wound up abusing me in the relationship. And by the way, I back up your statement with this.
The truth shall make you free.
So I'm making myself free in saying this. I knew you'd like that. I back up your point by saying this. A lot of women complain and bitch and whine and moan and bark and piss and hem and haw about everything, about what they want, what they need, what they deserve. Yet when a man makes the same kind of complaints, when they make the same kind of complaints, most of the women feel like this. And that's not fair. That's absolutely not fair. If a woman can complain about not having what she wants in a relationship, then a man can complain about the same thing. On the other side of that coin, if a man or a woman get what they want in a relationship, they need to appreciate it, because when they don't appreciate it, they get a couple of these.
Hey, Glory Hump, where's the trombone sound effect?
And on that,
I don't know. I think they got rid of them on here on the
Jeez,
on
oh
Hangouts.
my god, that was awesome.
That sucks.
Yeah, that does.
That
I
sucks.
agree.
But
Let me see.
yeah, I
I
wanted
quick,
to add to that.
Now, for me personally speaking, I'm not in a position where I need a relationship right now. It's not. It's literally at the back end of my priority list right now. I'm so fixated on my career and stuff going on because, you know, there's just a lot of traps out there, and I'm a person personally for my age that I am not going to surround myself with bad energy. And that's the advice that I'm going to give to everybody right now. And I talk about this on my podcast. You know, you need to surround yourself with the right energy. If it's not connected to you internally, then there's a problem. You know, people, I understand it's real life. We all go through issues. We have our times where we want to vent and lash out and this and that. I understand that. But because I subscribe to a positive mental attitude, I have to have the right energy around me because tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Oh, of course not.
I'm not going to be remembered for somebody who's going to feel sorry for himself because he got surrounded by a bunch of assholes.
Exactly.
I'm not going out that way. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. I'm going to have the right fucking energy surrounded by me. And it's as simple as that. If you need relationships or hold up, Sean, before you get to the jokes, we're having a serious
we're talking about relationships.
Honestly, I want everybody to hear me out here.
I'm listening.
If you need relationships, political jargon to satisfy yourself, you have a real fucking problem. You really do. Because all that stuff is ancillary bullshit. You're getting benefits. Think about this. Every relationship is an extension of friendship. At the end of the day, that's all it is. You don't have to change yourself because you're fucking a girl. You don't have to change your morals and ethics because you ramrodded a pussy. It just is what it is.
Whoa, dude. You're on a roll today.
Josh, are you talking as we come in, Josh, are you talking about the Me Too movement or something about what?
No, I have nothing against the Me Too movement. My sister's lesbian. I have nothing against that community I'm not anti-women. My point is I'm sick and tired of seeing people and women going on social media and crying about what they want, and then when they get it, they go the other way. And it makes no fucking sense. This reverse psychology game that we play with each other every single time is ridiculous.
Amen to that. I agree with that totally.
Well, I got an opening rant of my own before we hit the top of the hour, and I got to deliver lunch to a lovely lady here in about a half hour. So let me get my opening rant out of the way. And I can't believe. Well, yes, I can. This has been building since 2000. I am so damn tired of that evil 4-letter network based in Connecticut that has totally gone a different way, even before 2000. Even before 2000. The last straw, well, there are a few last straws for me. When they got rid of John Miller and Joe Morgan for Sunday Night Baseball, that's one. The second is when they took the NBA contract from NBC. And the third one is when they took Monday Night Football from ABC. Now, I understand that ABC and ESPN have been in the bed together for a long time. I say since 1999 is when I got the first word of it. But when I turned on a college football game, and I'll never forget this, it was Michigan State and Ohio State back in 2006. And I saw the scoreboard at the top of the screen, top left of the screen, and it had those evil 4-letter words attached to it with the ABC emblem at the bottom of the screen.
Right.
That kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
And it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch now. It's hard to watch any kind of programming, live or otherwise, that ESPN has without seeing those letters and seeing the narrative that they've been trying to push. Give you a prime example. And Sean, you're going to love this. Since 2003, And y'all know the answer to this question. Since 2003, who is the one athlete that ESPN has been trying to shove down our throats?
LeBron?
Exactly.
Of course.
Why? Why have they been?
Because they think.
Why have they been? I'm going to say something that's so blasphemous to a lot of people. It's not even funny, but it needs to be said. Why are they pumping up and shoving a mediocre basketball player down our throats for 16 years? I can't stand it, and I won't stand it. Which leads to my second point. Me no longer loving the NBA and talking about it only from points that make me happy. Okay? I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of the way the NBA has devolved instead of evolved. Ever since LeBron James came into the league in 2003, the NBA has gone a totally opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
Just a moment.
Well, gentlemen, I got to say this too, and Snowman, you know what's going to happen when the NBA season ends? ESPN's going to come up with excuses why LeBron James didn't get to the NBA playoffs. Oh yeah, just wait for it. It'll happen.
They will.
Oh, they're doing that now. They're doing that now. And while I don't agree with everything Colin Cowherd says, I will agree with this. The NBA completely whiffed on a pair of superstars that's doing their thing right now and revolutionizing the NBA in a way no one has ever seen before. And those two players are Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. The NBA has completely whiffed on them. They won't even give them the pub that they deserve, even though they're winning, even though they're playing the game correctly, even though they've revolutionized the NBA by taking it out behind the three-point line, even though they're combo guards that can act as point guards or shooting guards. And hold on a second.
Go ahead, because I just realized something. I got to go. Yeah, what is it, dude?
Guys, well, you know what? I'm going to have to step out and make a delivery really quick. So, I will be back as soon as I can. I got to make a delivery. Give me about 20 minutes, and I'll be back.
Well, I have to just add a little bit to what Snowman was saying there, too, if I could. Think about how bad it was. I mean, I was so sad when Monday Night Football went off with ABC. I mean, I loved it. I mean, Frank, you remember it more than I do. Josh, you remember kind of the times when we had Al Michaels and Dan Deerdorf and Frank Gifford, but Frank, you remember those days too.
Yeah, but let me just say this. Raw, I'm not kidding what I'm about to say. Raw, Nitro and Raw were actually taking over ratings. That's no joke. In the late 90s, wrestling was taking over Monday nights.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you both this question here. Do you both honestly think that in a few years the NFL could possibly head to a walkout? Owners are actually expected to have a work stoppage in 2021. I wonder what you guys would think about that.
I can see it
first.
I can see it happening, but here's the issue with the NFL. These owners need to stop allowing the agents to dictate what they do with their own franchises. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. I understand I'm for players making money, but at the same time, it's also affecting how teams are building their own rosters these days. You're seeing it in the NBA too. How LeBron's agent is trying to make the super team of all super teams with the Lakers in the offseason.
Frank,
hey, Glory Hump, I just realized something. Hey, Glory Hump and Shawty, I just realized something. You know that should the Lakers not make the playoffs? Okay, let's look at a scenario here where the Lakers don't make the playoffs and they win the NBA draft lottery.
I'll be pissed. I'm not watching the NBA. I'm not watching it.
The NBA is fixed. Because,
well, I'm not watching the NBA.
They'll go after Zion Williamson, and they'll try to, and everybody will try to promote this Lakers.
Right, let me talk about that real quick. Because here's my issue with all the Bulls fans here in the city, that like Mark Silverman, who wants the Bulls to take for Zion. My issue and why I turn off on Zion is because ESPN is trying to make Zion Williamson the next LeBron James. I don't want no part of that. I want Zion Williamson to be the next Zion Williamson. You know why people got turned off on LeBron James? Because they tried to make him a clone of Michael Jordan.
No, he isn't.
He can't lace Michael Jordan's shoelaces.
6 NBA titles, 6 for 6. What's LeBron? 3 for what?
3 for 6.
Oh
well, you think about what Magic Johnson said, that, you know, he said there will not ever be another Larry Bird. Well, there won't be another Michael Jordan. There won't be another Larry Bird or Magic Johnson.
Kobe Bryant.
I mean, I just think that, the NBA is such a sad league. Even though the Celtics are going, I'm still not going to watch, because I just think, you know, the NBA has lost its popularity. And one of my friends says, no, it's not. And I said, oh, yeah? Then how come you got players who are trash-mouthing each other? And it's just, the NBA is so different compared to the times when we were growing up. But, Frank, my question to you is your comment. Do you honestly believe, Bud, that the NFL will head to an NFL lockout?
No, I don't. I think they'll be fine. I think, if anything, baseball probably head to a lockout before the NFL does.
I'm glad you brought up MLB there, Frank, because this was another issue that was big. MLB players were also complaining about the slow free agency. Think about it. Mike Trout just got a 12-year extension to stay with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And look at the gigantic contracts of Manny Machado and Bryce Harper. I mean,
I'm sorry, folks. No professional athlete is worth $400 million. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, this is getting out of hand now. This is getting out of hand.
I understand that Mike Trout is one of the best baseball players and one of the best players of all time. I totally understand that, and congratulations for him to get that contract. But with all the other issues in the country right now, and I'm sorry, $430 million for what? To be with a franchise that can't have enough money to build an actual championship team? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I hear you. It's getting out of hand. You know what's amazing? Wasn't Bryce Harper the biggest player in professional sports history for a week and a half? And all of a sudden, here comes Mike Trout. And the Angels probably panicked because they feared that Trout was indeed in talks with Harper about going to the Phillies. So what did the Angels do? We'll give you $430 million for 12 years, and Trout's like, sure.
Well, one of my friends. Oh, sorry, Josh.
Want to do some birthdays before we get to the bash shower?
Totally up to you.
Sure. Yeah, it's your show, Glory Hump.
No, it's not my show. It's our show.
Yeah, but you're the pilot, aren't you?
All right, here we go. Celebrating a 33rd birthday today, Adrian Peterson of the Washington Redskins.
He's old for the NFL. He's old.
Former Minnesota Viking.
He's old.
Happy 60th birthday to a man who looks like Sean, man. Gary Oldman.
Who?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Yes, he was in Air Force One. He was in a bunch of other big movies too.
Does he look like
Gary.
Sean?
Huh?
Does he look like Sean? I better look this up. Gary Oldman.
Here's another one. This one's for the big win. So here we go. This happy 56th birthday to a lady who had Frank's favorite national anthem, Rosie O'Donnell.
Wait, Rosie O'Donnell? Wait, are you sure it's Rosie? Are you getting Rosie O'Donnell mixed up with Roseanne?
No, Rosie O'Donnell did a national anthem too.
I don't recall. When did she do that?
I remember when I was younger. It was like the early 2000s.
I recall Roseanne. Glory Hump, you weren't even born yet, but that's when Roseanne did it at a Padres.
1990. You were telling me last week.
See, actually, you know what? There was one part of the anthem in which she sounded like a parrot.
Oh my God.
No, really, you got to hear it for yourself. No joke.
Well, with Roseanne, of course you don't hear anything from her because her tweet got her busted because of what she said. So yeah.
Busted.
At least she doesn't sound like Sean when he's throwing pillows around.
Oh gosh!
All right, happy 56th birthday to Matthew Broderick. Matthew played Simba in my favorite childhood movie, The Lion King.
Hey, isn't there a real Lion King coming?
Yes, sir. The live-action Lion King comes out this July.
Oh my gosh!
I'm excited for it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. You didn't like Lion King, Sean?
I did. I actually went and saw it in movie theaters. When did it come out? 94 was it?
Yeah,
94.
94.
Yeah. I went with some friends of mine in 94. I saw it when I was 7 years old. Holy cow. Time goes fast.
Sean, were you one of the hyenas in the movie?
No, I don't ever think I was. No, I just enjoyed it.
I think you're Ed. I think you may have been Ed the hyena. Oh God. I was telling Frank about this. Usually in the past when we did our baseball preview shows, you would give out predictions for every single team in the division. But today we're going to just go pick division winners and then pick our World Series matchup for this baseball season. But we are a couple of minutes away from the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. So before we get to the top of the hour, I'm going to let Sean and Frank talk a little bit about some of the things that caught their eye baseball-wise, like free agency and anything you want to get off your chest before we get to the top of the hour.
Go ahead, Sean.
Well, I can say this too. Since I'd like to go back real quickly to the free agency. Like Frank said, it's a disgrace right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, really.
That we've got this situation where look at a number of the other players. Craig Kimbrell, I really wanted him back. Not going to happen, probably. Dallas Keuchel. I mean, there are still a lot of them. That's why, there is a belief, Josh and Frank, that it is possible that maybe, it's a slight chance, but maybe the MLB possibly goes on strike because this is an issue that needs to be fixed with the free agency. And one of my friends told me a deal is in place, but I haven't heard anything about a new deal and stuff. But MLB is in a lot of trouble. I mean, it's not just because of the free agencies, but I'm not surprised about the low attendance, and I'm not surprised about the viewership. The low viewership with MLB. Frank, comment?
Well, the problem is the pace of play sucks.
Right.
Well, the pace of play, the games are going too long. Players are standing out of the box. Play the game.
I remember watching a lot of Red Sox Yankee games, and I remember that you're right, talking about pace of play.
5 hours.
There were times that, games would go so long because, when they were slugging it out with both teams. I remember times when the Red Sox would make a pitching change or the Yankees would make a pitching change. So, that's an issue that needs to happen. So, honestly, I think, MLB does not want to go through the same path which it went through a quarter century ago. And Josh, I know you're listening in, bud. I know that you and I had a discussion about the possibility of MLB maybe possibly ending up on strike. Honestly, with MLB, I could see two sports that could go on strike, MLB and NFL. I just because I think both sports are not the same as they used to be. I mean, even where I work at, there were a lot of people that don't watch the NFL anymore because the whole issue with the national anthem and stuff. I'm not trying to get off topic, gentlemen, but there's a lot of things that MLB and NFL need to fix. But with MLB, real quickly, Frank, just an awful situation that it took this long for two of the top prize free agents to be signed. I mean, geez.
Hey, let me ask you guys this: have you guys watched the AAF? Have you guys watched the AAF?
No,
no, I haven't.
No.
That league's gonna be gone that league's only gonna have one season, and it's gone.
I'd rather watch the Road Dogg wrestle for an hour than watch the AAF.
I'd rather watch main event on Thunder's 1999 over that than watch the AAF.
But you know what? I think what's so bad, what's just unbelievable is 13 years. A 13-year contract for Bryce Harper with no opt-out clause. And right now, you've got Phillies fans that are already saying the Phillies are going to go to the World Series and win it all this year in the city of brotherly love. And they'll be nuts and say, "Little party like it's 2008.
Hey, Goy, how much you want to bet the AF is gone next year?
It'll be gone even before the XFL comes back. Anyways, Craig and everybody who lives in the city of Philadelphia, just always remind yourself, Philly is trash. Okay?
Trash?
Despite the fact, Josh, that it has Independence Hall and where American Bandstand was at.
Rat's ass. The Eagles they got a free pass to the next round of playoffs. That was a fucking joke. The Bears should have won that football game. I don't care what anybody says.
No, didn't have a kicker.
Oh, I felt so bad for you and Frank. I was like, oh, Frank and Josh. Oh,
it was
man.
the biggest game in Chicago sports since Game 7 of the Cubs World Series.
Glory hump, the best are coming for the Bears. That's good.
Am I wrong, though, Frank? Was that the biggest Chicago sports game since the Cubs World Series game?
Yeah, probably. But you know what, Glory hump? I tell this to Chicago sports fans. I got to look on the bright side. Nobody predicted the Bears to go this far. I said 8-8 would be a blessing. You know what? The foundation has been laid. Super Bowl next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's that time. It is the top of the hour.
Yeah, dude, it's time.
And it's time for the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who has the most stupidest quotes that he comes out of his brain. I can't believe that the guy even thinks the way he does. Unbelievable.
By the way, I'm surprised how much he outthinks himself every time I come up with these quotes, man. But
he thinks he's the master of predictions and he knows everything.
I want to mention this because I did forget this last week. This is a her, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. I'm a jackass live from Los Angeles, talking to you live on FS1, the worst television network of all. Back at you, Thatcher.
One to live in LA, do you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Over bigger ones.
Well, come on. There's Disneyland. You could go on the rides like me. I went to Disneyland and I had a blast.
Oh my goodness! Hey, Sean, I'm going to give you 4 words when it comes to rides. Six Flags Great America.
Oh God.
Wait, don't you like?
No, I hate roller coasters. I'm sorry, guys.
Roll, dude.
I'm scared of heights. I'll admit it. I'm scared of heights.
That's all right.
Frank, if you came with me one day to Disneyland, we would have a blast if we went there.
Sean, forget that. I'm going to Six Flags.
Hold on. I got a question here. So you go to Six Flags, right?
Yeah,
and then what? Then Sean's gonna bring you to Cost Cutters and Walmart's.
Cost Cutters? I already got a barber.
Well, check out. Look at that. Now that's a real haircut, folks. Right there. There you go.
I'm not trying to be rude because I love John Lennon. He was one of the greatest artists of all time. Is that the Mark David Chapman haircut?
I think so. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God!
Hey, by the way, that's
beware, folks. Beware.
Hey, I actually heard Imagine this morning.
Well, come on. Like I said, if you could go to the Cost Cutters, they can wash your hair and you can feel
Stop the pain.
They can even, cut your eyebrows a little bit and trim and then get up in your ears. I mean, you'll feel so good. You'll feel like $1 million.
Do they wash your hair too at the same time?
Oh, yes, they do. It's so
God.
I have no comment.
No comment.
Frank will always say, Sean, I got a real barber.
Sean, I think you appreciate this. Earlier, Frank had a Walmart boy moment, actually. He said,
how did I?
He's like, come on, Josh, what about tradition?
What about tradition?
How's
right? But Frank, I didn't know that. Frank, I didn't know Chicago had a Six Flags. Do they have one real close by?
Yeah, it's right on the edge. Listen, it's right on the edge of the Wisconsin state line inside Kearney, Illinois.
Yep.
Or you know what? We could meet up with Justin Hill and we could all go to Disney World and go on the rides there. Go to Walt Disney World and go to Epcot Center.
Forget that. I go to Universal Studios.
The Six Flags is like a mile away from the lake house that my grandparents have in Antioch.
There's a Piggly. Hey, there's a Piggly Wiggly grocery store across the street.
Oh, God.
I almost did an internship to go to Walt Disney World. That's true. I almost went to Florida.
Frank, I got a question for you.
Remember What is it?
Remember when I went to Orlando for WrestleMania a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I went inside the Simpsons restaurant.
Oh, yeah. You went to Springfield?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Universal Studios. Go ahead.
Why didn't you tell me that you played Nelson in The Simpsons?
I do play Nelson. Dude, my character resembles Nelson much. Why do you think the Simpsons...
Are you still getting royalty checks?
Yeah, I am, dude. But you know what? I'm blowing them. I'm blowing them all.
Oh man, I'll never forget. Me and Frank went to the White Sox 10th year anniversary of their 05 team at Guarantee Rate Field now.
Yeah, but it was U.S. Cellular then.
Yeah, that's great. We got the World Series ring, and then we went to different parts of the ballpark throughout the game, and it was raining. We got the World Series ring. We called the Walmart boy. Actually, I remember that. That was a good time.
Yeah, I remember that, and you'll probably get together again this year with that.
Frank, we gotta go. Frank, we gotta go to a Bears game this year.
Sure, dude. Hey, listen. As long as it's not on a Sunday afternoon, I like to watch every game on TV. It's gotta be nationally televised.
All right.
Speaking of,
I'll actually, it's in me to not want to go to Wrigleyville because I don't want to be in Wrigleyville, but I'll go there to hang out with you. I'll go to a Cubs game.
Sure, dude. Well, why don't we look at the Cubs White Sox?
Let's do it. Yes. At Wrigley, I'll go.
Fine.
The Windy
White
City
Sox.
series.
I think they play on the weekday. I'll have to look at the schedule.
All right. Just let me know, all right?
Hey, maybe my dad. Hey, Glory Hump. Maybe my dad can come.
I'm fine either way.
Speaking of baseball,
my dad.
Did any one of you watch any of the games at the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan? Because the Seattle Mariners.
Unfortunately, I didn't. The only thing I watch at the Tokyo Dome is Wrestle Kingdom. That's it.
I was sleeping.
Seattle beat Oakland 5-4. There you go. What did you say, Frank?
I was sleeping.
You were
no. Actually, you know what I was doing? I had to get my butt to Planet Fitness to keep my butt in shape.
Now, well, what do you guys think? I mean, do you guys like him? I mean, maybe one day the Cubs and White
I don't like him. No, I hate him. Bad
Tokyo, Japan. You could go there and learn about Japanese culture. Learn about what the Japanese.
Hey, Sean, you want to learn about Japanese culture? Sean, you want to learn about Japanese culture? Go see pro wrestling there. It's awesome.
Well, you can learn about Japanese history. I mean, that's what they do when they go there. I mean, go to Tokyo, Japan there, Josh and Frank, and learn about
Sean, I'll give you one word. Sean, I'm going to give you one word about Japanese culture. You know what it's called?
What?
It's called Nintendo.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready to see Sean throw some pillows around?
No, I think it's childish and stupid.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Childish and stupid.
Right. I need somebody to ask me a question before we get to this.
What do I have to ask you a question? What question?
How many quotes?
Oh, yeah.
We have a Royal Rumble special. We have 30 miles today.
Oh, man.
Royal
Where will this guy
pay-per-views?
When will this guy ever learn? Gosh, this guy gives me a headache. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. We'll start with Frank actually today. How about that?
Cool, dude.
Switch it up actually. All right, Frank, put your camera on.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I had my camera on. I gotta preserve power though. Hold on, I'm trying, dude. Camera, I'm on my phone and it's low.
Okay, no problem.
Have fun with the Tokyo Dome. Yeah.
Nintendo. I was 7 when I got my first Nintendo. It was awesome.
Don't people believe in sleep? Why the fuck would you wake up in the crack of dawn to watch baseball from Japan?
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
exactly.
when the Red Sox played the A's in 2 games in Tokyo in 08,
I can't believe I had to wake up early in the football season to watch the Bears and Raiders in London.
hey, Glory Hump, that's right. The Bears and Raiders are going to London.
And they're going to whoop their ass.
They will.
But you know what? You guys will have to get up early and get your butts out of bed to watch your Bears take on the Raiders.
Hold on, I'll be back. Give me a few seconds.
All right.
Josh won't like having to get up that early to watch the Bears play the Raiders. Hey, I mean, look, even remember, London wants a football team at Wembley Stadium. They want to have a football.
Why don't you start that up? Why don't you be the owner of the London team?
Oh, yeah. Well, we have to find a name for
the London Gophers. There you go.
London Gophers, or what about, or we could call them the London Kings and Queens or something. Don't forget.
I don't care about royalty, dude.
What do you mean? What about Queen Elizabeth? Yeah.
I don't care.
What about tradition, man?
What about tradition? I mean, where's your traditional spirit?
All right, Glowing Hump, bring it.
All right, here we go. Let's give this to my.
Oh, geez, why do I even try?
My Chicago Cubs will win 60 games this season.
Ooh!
I have a question. Is he
What type of laugh is that?
Yeah, dude?
60 games for the Cubs. That would make him what? 60 and
102.
Dude, I got
60 and 102.
Let me ask you, how many teams does Skippy Bayless consider my anyway?
We're up to like 100 now.
Yeah, exactly. Does Skippy Bayless own the Cubs?
I have no idea.
What happens if Skippy was owner of the Cubs there, Frank?
He doesn't, excuse me? I didn't hear that.
What would happen if Skip was the owner of the Cubs or the White Sox?
Skippy Bayless doesn't have a lot of money. There's the problem. Skippy Bayless doesn't have that type of money.
I remember Jeff saying this on Sports World Radio. His brother makes more money than he does.
Or if my mother had balls, she'd be my father.
Hey, you know what? Every time I go to Planet Fitness, FS1 is on one of the TVs, which means I have to see Skippy and Shannon every morning.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly but surely. But you know what? I get a workout in, so I just ignored them.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget the Sports Drive is live every single Thursday, 10 to noon Central here in Chicago, 11 to 1 p.m. on the East Coast. If you live in the West, figure it out for yourself.
Hey, yeah, that would be 8 a.m., people, where it's nice and beautiful and the sun is shining right now and the snow is starting to melt.
Really? Because here it seems like
let's watch the Golden Gopher explode right now. All right, here we go.
Oh no,
Sean, just act normal, act civil, act like an adult, dude.
Okay,
this guy is under my skin.
Sean, I got a question for you, Sean. So I'm listening to a radio show, a wrestling radio show, Busted Open on Sirius XM. There's a cheap plug. Get it out of the way. The host went on a rant about WrestleMania this year being in MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But WWE is marketed WrestleMania in New York. Now, for me personally, I've always just said that New York and New Jersey is the same thing. You are a Jets fan, so how do you feel? Is WrestleMania in New Jersey or in New York?
I would say that WrestleMania would be in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And look who
I agree.
New Jersey's a dump, just like Philly, too.
What do you mean? Have you ever been to East Rutherford, New Jersey?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, I have.
And what's it like? Didn't you have fun touring?
Fucking a bunch of nimrods trying to act like it's 1989 with their hairy-ass legs.
Hey, Gluey Hump, isn't that what's cool about Chicago? All the teams play in Chicago.
Yeah, how about you, Snowman? Have you ever been to East Rutherford, New Jersey? Welcome back, by the way. We're doing the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
You know what? I have the simple statement. Sean, you know me too well. All you guys know me too well when I say fuck New Jersey and the Nets and the Jets and the Devils. Okay? East Rutherford, New Jersey is a freaking dump.
I'll say this: Corey Grace had the best.
East Rutherford, New Jersey. Look, Met Stadium is cool, but East Rutherford,
looks like some.
And since y'all started the bash hour without me, got problems. Hold on.
All right, let's Snowman fix what he's got to do there. But I would say this: Corey Grace made a great point about this on Busted Open a couple weeks ago. He was like, you know, New York is a city where you're proud of your accomplishments, but you have some extra stuff. There's just too much in the room, but you got to put some stuff in the garage. That's what New Jersey is. Like, if you're a wrestling fan, would you actually feel better about making the trek to New Jersey? Would you buy a plane ticket to New Jersey or to New York? That's the question.
Hey, I have an idea. Let's all save up money and go to Atlantic City, New Jersey.
No,
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Sean, doesn't Trump own a casino there?
Yeah. Even more reason not to go.
Hey, come on. That's like Las Vegas, Atlantic City, New Jersey. What about you there, Snow?
Hey, Sean, I got your Atlantic City right here, bitch.
Dude, that ain't nice.
I
I'm kidding.
I thought it was the thought that counts, because if you go to Atlantic, New Jersey, you could gamble and you can hang out and have a blast and go to the beach and do some swimming.
I heard the Grinch vacations there.
Hey, Sean. Hey, guys, we could go to the Trump Taj Mahal.
Oh, stop, Frank.
We could just hang out there.
Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack performed there at Atlantic City.
Dude, Sinatra's dead. Dude, Sinatra died like 20 years ago.
All right, enough. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Skippy Bayless said that
Why do I even try?
my Boston Bruins will be swept out of the playoffs.
Hold on.
Whoa, wait there.
Dude, Sean, I got a question. How old are you going to be? When's your birthday's coming up, right?
Yes, I'm going to be a 32-year-old man, and I'm happy about it.
Sean, let me tell you this. All right, Sean, let me tell you this. All right, Sean, let me explain something. When my dad turned 32 in September of 1987, I was 6 years old and in kindergarten. As a 32-year-old, my dad would not accept me as a 6-year-old being acting like that. You act like a 6-year-old, dude.
But this guy got me angry.
But act like an adult, dude.
But look right here. There you go. There's the Bruins at. I mean, the Bruins don't. Beware of the Bears, Skip Bayless. The Boston Bruins are a tremendous team.
The real Bears in Chicago, by the way.
No, it isn't. Look right there. See? Right there.
Oh, Sean, get that stomach away. Get that stomach away, dude. Sean, you need to get yourself in shape, dude.
But I got to tell you, Frank, be quiet. Skip Bayless, you don't know squat. I mean, you got to beware of the bear and don't poke the bear, Skip Bayless.
Oh, stop.
The bear.
The Boston Bruins are making
the pain.
Yeah, dude,
the Bruins are making a deep playoff run this year, and I feel it. I mean, it's way better than what happened last year by losing to the doggone Tampa Bay Lightning. But the Bruins, they're a different team, ladies and gentlemen. You got to watch out for them. And by the way, happy birthday yesterday to the great Bobby Orr, one of the greatest hockey players ever. A true Boston Bruin.
And a good Blackhawk, too.
It was only for a few years. He was a Bruin, not a Blackhawk. Oh, my gosh.
By the way, Patrick Kane is way better than Patrice Bergeron.
I agree.
Patrick Kane is overrated, slow little bum that can't go up and down the hockey rink and stuff. Patrice,
Sean, I got a good idea. Hey, Sean, I got a good idea. Why don't we put you in goal against Patrick Kane?
Look right there. Here's a Patrice Bergeron number 37. Now that's class and tradition right there, folks.
So is Patrick Kane.
Tradition right here. All right, so here we go. Skip Bayless said goodbye.
What?
Sean, get ready. Here we go.
Why Sean? May I ask?
He's the star of the Bash Hour. That's why.
There we go.
The New England Patriots will trade Tom Brady to the Dallas Cowboys.
Skip
That could
Bayless,
happen.
you need to get your stupid head examined. What's the matter with you? Are your
wrong? You know what, Dak Prescott?
Stay off the weed.
Say this too. Hey, Skip Bayless, are your hemorrhoids bothering you?
Whoa, dude. Whoa, dude.
That was a joke. No,
that was classic. Your hemorrhoids?
Oh, good grief. I mean, no, you're not going to trade the GOAT to the Cowboys. I'll tell you, if that ever happened, I'd quit watching football.
Hemorrhoids. Oh, God. I heard
Dear
it.
Lord, hey, Glory Hump, that was classic. Wasn't that? New moment.
Yeah,
oh, man.
They got to get tested. You got to make sure you don't have that HIV spreading around.
Oh, gee. Well, remember, we felt bad about what happened with Magic Johnson and HIV/AIDS.
Yes,
yeah.
that's correct. All right, next one. Here we go. Skip us to the mic.
Oh, God. Bless American Canada.
My Boston Celtics will trade Kyrie Irving to the Chicago Bulls for Cristiano Felicio.
For Pete's sakes, there is no way that.
Sean, what are you doing? Are you taking? Sean, oh my goodness, are you? You're not taking a dump, are you?
No, I just have a little stomach ache after hearing that sickening thing. There is absolutely no way that Kyrie Irving is going to the Chicago Bulls. Okay.
Well, I know that, Sean. I don't even watch the NBA. I don't even bother with that.
I think Kyrie will stay with the Boston Celtics. And Skip, you really need to get your head examined. If I ever have a chance to meet you on the curb or on a street one day, I'm going to drag you to the old folks' home, and you're going to live there and spend the rest of your natural life. And hopefully get your head examined.
Chloe Hump. I just realized something. Should Sean and Skippy have a match at WrestleMania?
Nah, there's already enough matches at WrestleMania this year. I think we're good.
Yeah, including Kurt Angle's farewell match.
Besides, if you did that, you'd have to put your money out on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Browning could beat you in a match.
Browning? The guy who claims to be from the Bluegrass State and went for those pathetic Philadelphia Eagles. I beat my team in the Super Bowl.
Was that a nightmare?
That was a bad day when that happened because I never heard the end of it. Everybody was giving me a bunch of crap because we lost.
I wasn't.
I got over it, and the Red Sox won the World Series, and that's when I was up all night partying, and I was loving every minute of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I don't even want to.
Skippy Bayless said that Mitch Trubisky will win more Super Bowls than.
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
It's not a Patriot.
Aaron Rodgers.
It's not Boston quote, so you don't have to be mad. So it's all good on that.
Thank goodness. Oh.
More Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers. Let's give that a standing ovation.
He might, dude. Hey, you know what? He might. I'm going to say this about Trubisky. He is mechanically sound, and he cares.
I got a quick rant I got to do about this. People in the city of Chicago, his name is not Trubisky, it's Trubisky.
I knew that. Yeah.
God damn, why can't Chicago sports radio callers pronounce the fucking names of these athletes right? And by the way, why is Aaron sports leader in the city of Chicago a character? Every time I listen to a sports talk radio show, somebody call it, oh, let's hit up Jimmy from Grays Lake. Oh, hey Jimmy, welcome to ESPN 1000. You can tell me about this Trubisky character. Like, why is it every three other sports radio callers always gonna say somebody's a character?
I got one.
Just make your fucking point. Every time I listen to a sports talk radio, we got these dumbass callers thinking they're smarter than the hosts of the shows. Go and talk about 3 minutes of Little Queen to get to their fucking point. It's so annoying.
Hey, Glory Hump, I got one. Can I do it? Can I do an act here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's go. Let's go to Bill. Let's go to Billy from the North Side. Billy, you're on the Score, or you're on ESPN Radio. Yeah, you know what? I gotta tell you, Trubisky threw 2 interceptions. He's bad. He's not worth it. The Bears made a bad choice when they drafted Trubisky, but don't worry, I got myself a bunch of pork chops. I love the pork chops.
This Patrick Mahomes character, he's a real laser, man. He throws like Joe Montana.
Oh my goodness! But don't worry, I have pork chops, lots and lots of stuffed pork chops.
This Sean Mann character, man. He's a real wreck out there, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, by the way, I'm giving myself a heart attack by eating too much pork chops and not.
By the way, Chicago sports fans think they can trade anybody and get anything in return. I saw something on Twitter the other day be like, "Oh, you could ship it. You could ship Jordan Howard and Nick Kwiatkowski to the Eagles, and you'll get a 5th-round pick back. It's just that simple."
Oh, but we have pork chops.
I can't stand Chicago sports radio callers. I can't. Everybody's a character to them. They do bad SNL impressions of the Chicago sports fans skit that they did on that show. It's annoying. This Rick Hahn character, he doesn't know what he's doing. Not at all. He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm Mike North's biggest fan. I'm gonna sound exactly like him, go through the same soliloquies he says. And you know what? Dan Bernstein, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? This is Chicago and Trubisky and all the young.
Hey, Trubisky's awesome, folks.
Anyway, real quickly, college basketball underway. Minnesota's playing with Louisville.
Wait, Sean. Wait, what?
Don't you guys care? This is the
No,
NCAA
I'm
tournament.
sorry, I don't.
Come on. Go Zags. Go Bulldogs there, Snowman, Josh, and Frank. Gonzaga's playing later. Yeah.
Sean, relax. Sean, relax.
Well, don't you like, come on, college basketball. Where's your spirit? It's March Madness, folks. Better get ready.
Sean.
Go ahead.
Sean. Sean, why do you have such a hard on for Gonzaga?
Because I live 45 minutes from there, and I'm repping them, and I'm going.
Have you ever gone to see a Gonzaga game?
I haven't been to a Bulldog game, but one day I'm going to get over to one.
And do us a favor and shut the fuck up.
Sean, I figured you'd be rooting for Boston College or UMass if they were in this tournament.
I think they are, but Montana is in the tournament too. So I got it because that's my home state and stuff, and Montana's playing Michigan. So hopefully Montana can pull off an upset.
I hope Montana beats Michigan. I'd love to be wrong, but I hope Montana beats Michigan.
They might do that. And by the way, Snowman, Frank, and Josh, it still feels good that Gonzaga beat that Northwestern school.
Sean, you live in the past too much.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
For the past,
like a lot
I got a quote for you.
Like a lot of
Wait, who do you have a quote for?
I got a quote for Snowman. Here we go.
Here, get ready.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me get ready here because I know All right, hit me.
Skip Bayless in the mind.
Yeah, you get the point.
My San Francisco 49ers will trade Jimmy Garoppolo to the Arizona Cardinals.
Jeez, Sean. Sean, why don't you hit?
Success of the 49ers. Uh-oh.
Florida Evans.
You know, listen, one of my favorite movies, where is it? Okay. One of my favorite movies of all time is Batman Forever. Okay. Sean,
yeah.
A quote from that movie produces a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes like this.
Anybody ever told you have a serious impulse control problem?
In case you didn't hear it, here it is again.
Uh-oh.
Anybody ever told you have a serious impulse control problem?
Skip Bayless, fuck you and your ticket too. That's all I got.
Period.
Oh man, watch that.
No,
bird.
I take that back. I take that back. That back. You know something I haven't done for a while is an item up for bids.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So with that,
oh boy.
So with that thought in mind,
we got some toys.
I have this. This is a cord that goes into my mixer. I'd like to take every part of Skippy Bayless's brain and stuff it on this cord and stuff it in my mixer.
Summer, I want to get your thoughts on this next quote. Skippy Bayless said
and go ahead.
I was going to say, Skippy Bayless said that Shan Sharp is the best analyst in all sports.
Oh, man.
Of course he would say that.
Did y'all hear that one? It went like this.
My advice is don't put on FS1. Don't put on FS1 in the morning.
Josh, I wonder if you got any Warriors quotes, because you know about his Warriors.
I do. I have one right now, actually.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Bring it on.
Skip Bayless.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
My Golden State Warriors will be swept by the Houston Rockets.
If that's the case, I won't be watching.
Oh, man. He just poked the bear right at Snowman on that one. Ooh.
USA.
So, where's your toy section, man? Uh-oh.
I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
God damn! Dude.
It's bacon!
Oh yeah, those were the commercials during the 80s when I was a little guy.
And
What time? That's funny. One laughing at that time.
And my response is simple. Actually, two responses. The first one.
Excuse me, bitch.
And the second one.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing?
I was waiting for that.
I like how he says that.
Stephen A.
And while I'm doing my sounds, hold on.
Whoa, dude. I almost went deaf.
There you go.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, dude. I missed it.
Who the fuck is Skip Bayless to say that the Dubs are going to get swept by the Rockettes? After the way the Rockettes played last night, even though James Harden scored 57 points, he scored nearly half the team points. Michael Jordan went through that, okay? And then the Bulls got it right and built a team around them. Everybody wants to see the Golden State Warriors fall. Got news for you. Ain't going to happen. And you know something? This even more buys into my conspiracy theory, which ain't much of a conspiracy. If you think about how the NBA is, how it's shaping up right now, that the NBA wants to take down Golden State and not let a team do it or let time do it. They did it to the Bulls. They did it to the Lakers. And I'm talking about the Showtime Lakers, okay? The only team that was allowed to live out their dynasty was the Boston Celtics. And I'm talking about the Bill Russell-led Boston Celtics, okay? The NBA has a hair up their ass when it comes to the Golden State Warriors. They want to see the Clippers rise, the Reds rise, or anybody else. But when Golden State takes them down, it pisses them off even more. Adam Silver is still a goddamn puppet. He's still David Stern's puppet, okay? We know David Stern's making the calls behind the scenes. Adam Silver is just a puppet and a prop, okay? Period. So when Golden State goes 16-0 and roars through the playoffs, Adam Silver and the rest of these hoo-has will have nothing to say. And by the way, Shannon Sharp, get some braces, will you please?
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
I got one last quote for Sean before we get to our baseball picks, all right? Here we go.
And that is?
Skip Bayless into my.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless into my Boston Red Sox. Will trade Mookie Betts to the Chicago White Sox in the trade deadline.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yes, it will.
Oh my God!
Oh
man! Sean, act like you're 32 for goodness sakes, and not 6.
Well, it's frustrating, Frank. Frank, it's frustrating. I mean, I can't. How could you say such a thing about that?
Oh my goodness! Oh dear Lord!
I'm a guy that enjoys Mookie Betts, but
Sean, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Bears and Sox. Oh my gosh!
Sean, let me ask you.
Hey, Sean, I'll pull.
I got a backup quote. Now, I make two prefaces. I make two prefaces. One, this is done purely for a laugh, and two, this is purely to get Sean going with that goofy smile on his face, because I have a goofy smile on my face.
And that nice hat got on.
Yeah, that's 2011. We kicked your ass in 2013. Shut it up.
No, you were
my
lucky.
backup quote, done purely for a laugh, goes like this. Skippy Bayless said that Chris Sale comes home.
Chris Sale comes home? Hey, is he going to bring scissors?
White Sox! White Sox!
I love this.
Go, White Sox! Let's go, White Sox!
wrong. Sounds like a goddamn explosion. God.
This is art. This is great music. Right here.
That is okay, all right, hold on. I got something. Right. You want to?
That song is catchy. I will admit.
Good high school college
Hey,
song.
Sean, listen to me. Don't you think if Rick Hahn would have called Dave Dombrowski and say, hey, what do you want for Mookie Betts? Don't you think Dave Dombrowski would immediately hang up on Rick Hahn?
You know something, Josh? I have something for you that I think you'll like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I advise you to turn that off before we get copyright strikes.
Yeah, Sean. Hey, Sean, then we'll get sued and we'll be out of work.
What do you mean? That's the Dropkick Murphys shipping up to Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's copyrights.
Who'd want to ship up? Who'd want to ship up to Boston with you being around in the first place, Sean?
I went to Boston, Massachusetts. That was the best trip of my life. I had a great time. I rocked.
Take that.
Boys,
Hey, Sean.
boys, let's do this really quick. We don't have enough time left, but we'll be back next week with the Bash Hour. But let's run through our baseball picks before we head out here for this week's edition of the Sports Drive. I'll start it off here. So basically, what we're going to do, we're just going to pick out the division winners for each league, and then pick up our World Series matchup. All right.
All right.
That's
Cool.
All right.
Cool beans, dude.
Oh,
All right, I'll just start off really quick. AL West will go to the Houston Astros again. AL East, I'll go to New York Yankees. This is Spike Sean. AL Central, I'll go with the Chicago White Sox to win. That's right.
Hey, Sean, he's got a right to make his pick. Shush.
What about Chief Wong's tribe? What about the Indians? I mean, come on, the Indians.
Sean, I got it. I got a simple answer for you. They're in Cleveland. Who gives a fuck?
Wahoo is good. We'll go
Hey, remember that time I told you guys on our shows, on our past ones, we could also take a trip to Cleveland and go to Lake Erie. I mean,
you can't pay me. You can't pay me $1 billion to go to Cleveland.
What do you mean? There's also the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame up in Cleveland, Ohio.
That is true.
Oh God!
So you got the White Sox in the AL Central.
Keep going, Josh. Keep going.
All right, here we go. Wild card team. My wild card team, Frank, will be. Wait for it.
Wait, do we have to give you a drum roll?
I'm gonna go with the. Well, I don't know. Like, I think the AL's gonna be bad this year. Actually, to be honest with you,
I do too.
None of the teams really impressed me. So my wild card team will be the Oakland A's.
Okay,
I'll go with the Oakland A's.
Oakland Athletic.
All right, NL. Here we go.
bring it, jabroni.
NL East. That's pretty easy. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I don't think Harper makes that much a difference. Yeah, so I'm going.
I don't see anybody else winning that division.
Hey, yeah, I got to say this. Watch out for those Phillies fans. Those Philly fans believe that they're going to go to the World Series this year for the Philadelphia
Hey, Sean,
Phillies.
here's what I have to
They think Carson Wentz the best quarterback in the NFL. That's just how
No, that would be Drew Brees, even over Tom Brady. Question.
Hey, by the way, Snowman, 6 championships for Brady. Need I say more? To 1
Five
by
of them
Breeze.
Five of them have an asterisk to them. Need I say more?
And he's lost Super Bowl matchups as well.
Man, don't you know how the show goes off the rails all the time?
Hey, that's the charm of it. That's the charm of it. All right, NL Central Cubs. Even though I would get a good laugh out of the Brewers winning the division, but they're my wild card team. And then the NL West, I am going with the San Diego Padres.
What? Oh my gosh!
Hey,
Padres?
Yes. As reluctant as I am and how salty I still am about Manny Machado not being a White Sox, I think the Padres will beat outbeat the teams in the West. I'm not a Dodgers fan. You know, it'd be cool that the Giants sneak in this year, but I'm gonna go with the Padres.
Oh, come on. The Dodgers still have Clayton Kershaw, folks.
Okay, my World Series matchup
And
will
that
be
arm of Clayton Kershaw is deader than Boston's chances of winning another World Series, bitch.
That's why we won the World Series last year. Remember, 18 beats 05. Kidding.
Sean, can I ask you a question? What do you have for breakfast every morning? Is it acid?
Let Josh go ahead. Josh, go ahead and finish your prediction.
All right, my last prediction here, World Series matchup. I can't believe I'm saying this. It'll be the Cubs and the Yankees this year.
That'd be a classic.
Oh, what a
boring Okay, I'll go next.
Go ahead, Snowman.
I'll go next. All right. Let's start in the American League. Division champions go as follows. In the East, although it's fairly obvious, I'll stick with it. The East, I'll give to the Boston Red Sox again. I hate the Yankees, and I see Toronto making a move in that division. The Central Division will be painted silver and black. I'm picking the White Sox to win the Central Division. In the West, it's all Houston. Until somebody beats them and unseats them for the West Division title, it's all Houston. My wild card will be the Toronto Blue Jays. All right. And actually, there should be two wild cards. My two wild cards, one will be the Toronto Blue Jays, and the other will be the Oakland Athletics. Wow. There's your wild card game.
Cool.
The National League looks like this. In the East Division, until you knock them off, they're the champs. I go with Atlanta. The NL Central is a mess, but I see Milwaukee taking that, and it won't take 163 games to do it. The NL West, I have a prize. It's the last ride for Bruce Bochy, and it'll be Bruce Bochy and the Giants that will claim the West Division.
Wow.
The two wild cards. One will come from the Central. That's the Cardinals. The other will come from the West, and it's Colorado. All right. I don't trust the Padres. I don't trust the Padres, and the Dodgers will finish last in that division. Kershaw or no Kershaw. They've had two chances to win the world title, and they choked them both away.
Dave Roberts is over.
Now,
I love that one.
My World Series matchup.
What is it? What do you hear?
My World Series matchup goes like this. Rick Renteria and the White Sox, and Bruce Bochy and the Giants.
Oh, another.
And my winner.
Go ahead. Jeez.
And my winner. It goes all 7, but it'll happen on the South side. There are my predictions. And I got to go. I'll see y'all next week.
God's blessing, Snowman.
God bless you, brother.
God's blessing, sir.
Bye, Snowman.
God bless you. See you guys next week.
All right.
I'll have a good birthday. Thanks for your happy birthday.
How can you not love Snowman?
Snowman's the man.
Yeah, I know. If you don't love Snowman, you don't love people.
All right, we got 17 minutes left. Let's go with the Walmart boy next. Who you got, my man?
Oh man. Hey, hold on. We got something.
We don't need to mention who the AL East is going to be for him. We know.
Yeah, I know.
Look right into there. We won it last year.
Sean, we figured that.
My team.
Sean, I got a question for you. Why do you insist on buying those merchandise when you could invest yourself in getting your own house or an apartment or something?
Hey, I mean, come on. That was a big year. We won against the Dodgers, and I celebrated and enjoyed it. And I look forward to having it happen again this year. The AL East will be the Boston Red Sox, who will win the American League East. Oh, yeah. The American League Central will go as followed. It'll be the Cleveland Indians that'll win the American League Central. Sorry for all you White Sox fans. The American League West Division will feature the Houston Astros. I mean, Houston's going to be so tough to beat. I mean, they're a team that is kind of the same team like last year. I mean, they're not going to have Dallas Keuchel, but they still got Justin Verlander. Don't forget about him.
Wait, you mean you mean the husband of Kate Upton, don't you?
Yeah,
that's
I
a
guess
good
you
point.
could say.
Yeah, the husband of Kate Upton.
For the wild card, oh man, this is a good one. I will say the Oakland Athletics will win the American League West wild card, and in the American League East, I could probably agree with Snowman. I could see the Toronto Blue Jays winning and then of course I would give that game to Oakland. But in the end, you know what my World Series pick will be in the American League.
Yeah. We know.
In the National League, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think I will give it. I think in the East, I'll give it to the Philadelphia Phillies to win the National League East Division. I mean, they did get better, so I think I'll give it to the Phillies. National League Central, sorry, Wes. I'm sure you would say.
Cares about Wes, dude. But
he's a Pirates fan.
I don't
remember,
care.
Our family. Gosh, I'm only kidding. Frank, I'll go with your Chicago Cubs to win the National League Central Division. I just think that, this is the last hurrah for Joe Madden, so I think he wants to get it done.
Probably will.
National League West, San Francisco makes a rebound. They come back and they win the National League West Division. And then, of course, in the play-in game, which I think is still a joke to this day, I will give the edge a little bit to the Pirates. I'm going to say the Pirates have a shot to win a wild card spot, even though the Pirates had their hearts broken by both the Cubs and by the Giants. And I will say that in the National League East, it'll be the Atlanta Braves. Maybe we'll have a rematch of what happened in 1992. You remember, Pirates lost to the Braves in that great series in the 92 NLCS. And then my World Series prediction, get ready for this matchup.
Sean, who are the Red Sox going to be playing? Sean, who are the Red Sox going to be playing? Just tell us.
Even Frank anticipated it. It'll be the Boston Red Sox winning the American League East and the pennant, win their 15th pennant. It'll be the East against the West. It'll be the Red Sox against the San Francisco Giants. Perfect World Series. Is right, Josh and Frank? Right?
Sean, you're done because we know who you're going to take.
Oh, my Red Sox, absolutely.
Of course.
Are you an owner of Red Sox?
All right, my turn. My turn.
Passionate fan. Frank's up.
Okay. All right, I'll start with the American League since everybody started. Sean, I'll take the Boston Red Sox. They got that good of a talent. AL Central, you know what? I think Minnesota's going to make some noise in that division. I'm going to take Minnesota to win that AL Central.
Really? The Twins? Okay.
I think Minnesota's going to win the AL Central. They made some good moves. Should be interesting. AL West. Weak division, I'll take, believe it or not, the Angels. I think they're going to be a better ball club, and they got a spark with that signing of Trout, Dan Ohtani. Okay, so who do I got in the play-in game? I'll take Cleveland and Oakland, and I'll take Cleveland in the play-in game. National League, I'll start with the East. I got to take the Tomahawk Chomp Atlanta Braves. National League Central, I'll take the Cubs. National League West, I'll take the Colorado Rockies. And who do I got in the play-in game? I'll take in the play-in game Brewers and – wait, who do I got? All right, I know it's been a long day. I'll take the Brewers and the Cardinals. I think those two teams will be in the playoff game. The NL Central will be competitive. Brewers win. World Series. I'll take the Cubs in 7 over the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, God, that would be awful. That'd be long
Sean, I got right. I got my rights.
Yeah, you got your rights, but your prediction could be very wrong. I could be walking.
I could be wrong, Sean. I could be. Sean, I'm wrong on a lot of things in life.
But the Billy Goat curse isn't over because the Cubs have never won a World Series at home. So
Sean, I don't believe in curses. First of all,
no, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, curses don't exist. Ugh.
By the way, Josh and Frank, I have something to say. If you both consider going to Wrigley Field, please meet up with Steve Bartman. He would be very happy to meet you both.
Hey, what's that, Glory Hump? I can't see well.
It's a
Josh, are you there?
It's a billboard of John Gruden. The Raiders are coming to Vegas.
Wait a minute, we know they're going to Vegas. Isn't that next year, though?
How would you feel if you're driving down the road and you see just a big old John Gruden billboard on the highway?
I wouldn't mind.
How do you feel about this? You got the Las Vegas Golden Knights and the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, next thing you'll know, you'll have an MLB team in Las Vegas and an NBA basketball team in Las Vegas. There you go.
You know what's funny? They put a hockey team in Vegas, and the NHL is still irrelevant. Shame.
Well, don't you like the Las Vegas Golden Knights? I mean, come on. Think about what they've done for hockey. And think about how they got the cup.
That was the ridiculous fantasy draft thing they did a couple years ago. That was ridiculous. Oh, expansion draft. It was basically a fucking fantasy draft. Oh, let's pick our best players here and there sporadically.
Have either one of you two ever been to Las Vegas? I have.
No, I probably will end up there one day, but in the meantime, no, I haven't.
I haven't yet.
Go to the gambling capital of the world and play some blackjack. There you go.
I know friends. I will say this: I do know friends that have been to Vegas, and they say the bars are only open or only closed for like 2 hours, and then they reopen after 2 hours.
That's right. That's what they do. Because then during the nighttime, you got people partying in Las Vegas. There you go.
Before we head out for the show this week, I wanted you guys just to reflect on the career of Ichiro Suzuki. He played his final baseball game today. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that before we head out of here.
I gotta say this: didn't it look like every time he came to the plate, whenever he swirled the bat before the first pitch, didn't look like he was challenging the pitcher to a duel. Terrific career. He'll be in 2 Hall of Fames. Congratulations, Ichiro. Congrats.
My view of it is that, I grew up in Montana, Kalispell, and it was big Seattle country, just where I'm at right now. Ichiro was a talented player. He was great. I remember in 01, he was the talk of Seattle. I mean, people loved him. I mean, because of what he did. And Seattle, of course, in 01 was the team that actually won 116 games that year and, of course, went to the playoffs, although it fell through for them when they lost in 5 to New York. But Ichiro, like you said, Frank, great player, great career, and enjoyed this last ride because then you can move on and do other things. Good point.
I got to see Ichiro play a couple times at US Cellular Field, and I always thought he had the coolest swinging motion. I know a lot of people,
absolutely.
I know a lot of people give props for Ken Griffey Jr. having the best swing of all time or whatever. I remember Snowman saying that Ken Griffey had a better swing than Ted Williams, but that's neither here or there.
Jeez. But I always had to hit Snowman with this too. Williams went to 1 World Series appearance, Snowman. Griffey Jr. never did.
I remember being 7 the year Ichiro won the MVP with the Mariners that year, and they had one of the best records in Major League Baseball history that year, and it was unfortunate they never made it to the World Series. I really think it's a shame that team didn't make it that year. I always liked Edgar Martinez as a baseball player, and it sucks it didn't work out. I don't know if Ichiro ended up with any World Series appearances or not.
No, he didn't.
It's a shame, but Ichiro was a legend in Japan, and he's definitely a legend in American baseball.
2025 Hall of Famer. 2025.
Yeah. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
Well, out of all, when you look at, I just didn't want to interrupt you, but when you think about Ichiro, you look at how the best shot he had of going to the World Series, I believe, was that 01 season. I mean, I remember how great and how tough Seattle was. They were a team that was on a roll that year, and nobody could stop them. And then they just, I don't know what. Well, I think the country wanted, because of what happened with 9/11, the country wanted the Yankees to do it. But Seattle, I will agree. They had always had good teams. I mean, Lou Piniella, who is the manager, he was actually Ichiro's manager. And then Ken Griffey Jr., Joey Cora, Alex Rodriguez. Seattle was, for a time in the 90s, they were a dangerous team to beat. They were tough in 95, 97, and 01. And I know where I live, people are just wanting that drought to end for the Mariners to finally get to the playoffs, because it's been pretty frustrating. I mean, they have played bad baseball.
I played in a couple of Mariners teams in our local Park League baseball team. I have a Mariners hat at my house, actually. I won a championship that year with the Mariners hat. So
hey, at least the Mariners won a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glory
I hope one day I'll get to a Red Sox Mariner game. Yeah. I mean, with the Mariners, though.
I hit for a cycle.
Wait, really? You hit for the cycle?
Yeah.
Wait, are you sure the home run wasn't the Little League home run where you hit it down the line and then?
No, it was a good tape shot. Yep.
Oh.
But Seattle fans are happy because the Mariners are now 2-0 in the regular season as baseball is underway. Can't
Yes,
believe
sir.
it.
The rest of the Major League games will start next week, heading into next weekend.
Believe it. I know a week from today it starts, and it's amazing that starts in late
Frank,
March.
guess what?
What is it, dude?
We're 2.5 weeks away from WrestleMania.
Yes! Oh, goodness. You know what? I'm looking forward to Kurt Angle's last match. I'm looking forward to Triple H's last match. Or not last match. Triple H has plenty more matches in him. Triple H is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to Mania. I really am.
If anybody,
by the way, how was Raw? How was Raw on Monday?
That was the last I was just about to mention. If anybody saw Raw this past Monday, you guys may have saw me on TV, right on the stage, at the Allstate Arena this past Monday. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast.
I know you did, Gluey Hump. I know you did.
All right. Any final words before we head out this week?
Well, just a couple. Go, Frank.
I can only think of one final thing to say. If you wake up every morning, consider yourself to have a pretty darn good life. My spoken word of the day.
My spoken word goes like this: enjoy, be happy. I mean, it's spring. We're getting ready for. I mean, the days are getting longer. I certainly don't miss those short days. And yeah, like I said, baseball's here. College basketball, of course, is ongoing. Minnesota winning 33-28 over Louisville. LSU beating Yale right now 17-11. So for all you college basketball fans, enjoy the NCAA tournament. Can't believe it's already here, but just keep enjoying life. And like Frank said, if you wake up every morning, consider yourself to have one damn good life.
I didn't say damn. Wait, I didn't say that.
Well, one very good life, but I had to add a little something in there. I mean, I was still a bit too strong. Okay. Josh has got the spoken word. Louisville.
Louisville.
Hey, is that going to be the next Omaha? Louisville when it comes to play calling?
Maybe.
317, Louisville. Hut.
I'll get a good laugh out of that if that was the case. All right, my spoken word today is to don't play reverse psychology on other people. That's my tip for the day. You know, just be upfront with what you have to say and what you want. You know, let's not fiddle fuck around with each other. You know, let's have some genuine conversations with each other. Take everything with the sauce of the fact that you have a great life and people are there that care about you. And don't feel like if you don't accomplish something on that certain day, that means that your life is over. Hey, I'm 24, folks, and I haven't even accomplished what I want to do broadcasting wise. But you know what? I'm keeping my confidence up. I will get hired by a station, and whatever radio station the city hires me, they'll reap the benefits from it. You know, keep your head up, keep grinding, keep being you. At the end of the day, that's my spoken word.
Yep,
today.
love it.
Amen to that.
So for the Snowman and for Brian, even though you had technical issues in the beginning of the show, the big win and the Walmart boy, I am the Gluey Hump, Josh Lopez. This has been episode 210 of the Sports Drive. We'll be back next week for another edition, 10 to noon Central Time, 11 to 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and you live anywhere else, figure it out for yourself.
That's 8 a.m. Pacific out here in the Pacific
Good night.
Northwest.
Good day. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day, everybody. We'll talk to you guys next week. This has been the Sports Drive. Peace.
God's blessings.
Take care.